So again, we learned about gravity last time, and we know that gravity is everywhere in the universe, and it's going to physically connect all objects together. Faith, you asked last time, do we have gravity? And I misunderstood your question at the time, and it clicked after class ended. Yes, anything that has mass has gravity. I'm assuming that's what you were asking at the end of class. Yeah, okay. You have gravity. I have gravity. This marker has gravity, but because its mass is relatively itty bitty, super tiny compared to the core of our planet, we don't feel that gravitational pull, right? So we know that the more mass an object has, the more gravitational pull it has. So since the core of our planet is so massive, we only feel really the pull of our planet. You guys mentioned it keeps you on the ground, you can't float away. You're right, because it's so massive. But in reality, anything with mass has gravitational pull on it as well. Okay, so, all right. So today it's all about the moon. And the balloon, not the balloon, okay? I just looked at the balloon anyways. The moon is a celestial body, meaning a celestial body is something that is in space, okay? And the moons are gonna revolve around planets. Some planets don't have any moons. We have one. Some planets have a lot of moons. And we're not going to talk about that yet because we're going to explore the solar system next week. Okay. But we know that these rocky celestial bodies that orbit around planets, we call those moons. Okay. Again, make sure you're on topic here. Today, what you're going to do, we are going to use a gizmo that is going to help us. Actually, let me reset this. We're going to be able to use this gizmo, and notice that as the moon orbits on the right side of this gizmo, it gives us what we see from Earth and what that phase is called. It also gives us the time period because these things do happen in a cyclic pattern when we have this going on here. Okay, so what I want us to do now is we're actually going to go into breakout rooms, not for very long. You don't have very long in your breakout rooms. And we're going to do the first two sections. You're going to do questions 2 through 6. So when you go to your breakout rooms, I'm going to have you do the prior knowledge and the gizmo warm-up. If you're having issues with signing on to Gizmo, then please ask somebody in your group to share their screen, and you guys can actually I'm going to make that a requirement. I want one of you to share your screen showing the gizmo. Okay, I'm going to add that on here. That'll help us be more engaged. Another area that first period struggled with is inserting screenshots. Okay, I want to, maybe I can add in here, Google and insert 2 to 3 screenshots. I'm going to put in here, or copy address. I think, what is it called? Is it called URL? Images. So that's where a lot of my students were having hookups, is they were having a hard time adding in these images. So it's called copy image address or copy image address. Okay. Again, you're going to insert this part of moon phases that you've seen before. So this is your warm up or pre-questions for this one here. Okay. So we are going to go into our breakout rooms. And you're only going to do the first couple sections. When you hit activity A, I want you to stop and return to the main room. By that time, we should be able to take our first break. Okay? Questions for me. You are not allowed to hide in the breakout rooms. Okay? You have to talk to each other. All right, so we skip down to activity B. I'm going to go ahead and reset this. If we look at activity B, we need to fill in this part of the worksheet. And they've already filled in the first two phases for us. So if I play the first two phases, this is the new moon. Then we have the waxing crescent. And notice the waxing crescent, it's over several days. It's not just one day, it's several days. Then we're going to pause it here for the first quarter. And this is what we're going to fill in on numbers 12 and 13. So we need to put the name of the phase in the box and then draw in the shape in the circle, 13. Okay. I unfortunately didn't hit record when we came back, so I'm going to go ahead and keep going. Then we are here. The next phase is now the waxing gibbous. And I'm going to pause it like that. That's a good drawing. And that's numbers 14 and 15. All right, so now we're caught up with the class. Let me see your drawings. Pretty good. All right. Good. We want to have more than half of the circle shaded in. Sorry. Sorry. You should have more than half of the circle lit up. I'm sorry. I said that wrong. Okay. So be careful. I'm looking, let me actually remove the names on here. Some of you are showing me the opposite. So this is good. We have here, most of it is lit up, only a little bit is shaded in. Good. Be careful. This student did the opposite. You shaded in most of it and only gave us a little bit shaded. So we want to have it up good. We have most of it lit up, a little bit shaded for this one here. Okay, that's the gibbous. Let's go ahead and hit play again. Now the waxing gibbous again occurs over several days until it hits this point here. So now go ahead and fill in number 16 and 17. We're in this position, 16, 17. Here it is on the gizmo. Okay. My go formative is giving me the wheel of death. Let's see. All right. So again, the phase name is underneath it, and then what it looks like is above. Okay, I'm going to give you one more minute to finish this on your worksheet, and then we're going to move on. Okay. So let me see, where are we? Good. Izzy, this is number 16 and 17. So you need to go forward. Randy, go ahead and catch up with us, number 16 and 17. Same thing, Marcus, Ion. This is number 16 and 17. Now, yes, notice at the bottom of the formative, I want you to add these different phases into your notes. So yes. I also want to point out that as you're doing these activities, some of these, they have details about stuff, right? So anytime you see, like they talked about up here in the warm-up, they talked about orbit and revolving, rotation and axis. Stuff like that is good information for your notes. We will go over it as a class, but it's nice to already be exposed to it through these activities. Okay. So again, on the gizmo, this is numbers 16 and 17. Okay. All right, Randy, 16 and 17. Let's go ahead and push play. So that whole, notice it's over several days that we have a full moon, and now we're going into the next phase. So now this is number 18 and 19. Okay, I'm going to pick up the pace because I want you guys to get activity A done as much as possible in class. So again, this next phase is numbers 18 and 19 for this section right here. Okay. So again, there's the name. Oh, I'll lower it for you. Apologize. Here is the name of the phase, and this is what our drawing is. Do you want me? I can't back up, can I? Yes, I can. So there's the full moon. Question was, how many days to get a waning? Are you asking how long is a full moon period? So if I go here, the full moon is from day 14 until day 16. So it looks like the full moon lasts 2 days. And then your waning gibbous lasts 18, 19, 20, 21, 22 days. So it's like 5 days of a waning gibbous. Okay. This is the next phase. This is now number 20 and 21. Okay. So let's make sure to keep up with us. Izzy, don't go asleep on me. Come on. And we're here now, numbers 20 and 21. So now this is the third quarter. And notice which side is shaded. That's going to end up changing. Okay. All right. This is number 21. Some of us are not there yet. Faith, let's go. Rihan, let's go. I think you guys are still doing your drawings. Randy, let's catch up. All right, and this is the last phase. If you're not getting these, that's okay. I'm going to give you the rest of the class to finish up activity 4. So that's a pretty moon right there. Okay. So this is the final phase in our cycle. This is going to be numbers 22 and 23 for this one here. Okay. So what I wanted to make sure that as a class, you saw each of those phases. What I want you to do now is, I'm afraid. I'm going to send you back. Am I? We have 10 minutes. Let me see those questions real quick. I know what you're going to say because you guys don't like to talk to each other, but that doesn't mean it's a good idea. Okay. All right. I'm going to send you to breakout rooms now. And if you missed any of those phases, I want you to talk to the people in your teams. I'm going to send you in the exact same rooms you were in before. I want to remind you that you need to keep either your mic on, mic camera must stay on, or your mic must stay on. You cannot have both off, okay? And I want you guys, one student, share your screen. So this is what I want you to do. Make sure everybody has all the phases, then go to activity A. Activity A is a lot of brainstorming and then talking about why. Why do we have these phases of the moon? Okay, so I'm going to send you out. I'm going to pull you back in. We don't have a lot of time. Have fun. Alyssa, do you remember what room you were in?
I think it was like 9.
Okay, there you go. Derek, Rihan, join your teams.